Welcome, everybody. How are you doing? Boy, it rained overnight again. Not going to complain about it because I know it's going to be hot as the dickens soon. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Duck Lady. Congratulations on your wrench. Look at you go, girl. Hey, Tina. Hey, Tina. So how's everybody doing this morning? Tell you what, a lot's been going on this week. I'm sorry about yesterday. Had some Wi-Fi issues, and we've had quite the storms lately, but, you know, knock on wood, or knock on my mouse pad with a picture of OJ on it, that it stays calm for a little bit. Now, this is a case we have not talked about in forever and a day, because I personally didn't think there was much to talk about, except for the obvious. And the obvious is Kaylee, Maddie, Ethan, and Xana were murdered horrifically by Bryan Kohberger. They skipped the trial, and we have, two families that are involved. Well, they're all involved, but I'm talking about these two families that said, no, I want all the evidence out. I want everyone to see the trial, because if not, for the rest of my life, I'm going to have to hear he didn't do it. They have to present all the evidence. Well, I agree with them. I agree. I totally agree. We don't know the smoking gun. We don't know any of that stuff. We know there's a huge lawsuit against Washington State University. We know there's a lot of stuff going on. However, we have circled back around, and there's a big interest in Kaylee Goncalves' boyfriend, Jack. I'm going to say at this juncture, it might be unfair to be focusing on him. Okay? Hey, Carly. It might be unfair to focus on him. I think that he's traumatized as well. I mean, he lost the love of his life. Listen, everybody in this scenario has to be traumatized. Kaylee's parents, Maddie's parents, Xana's family, Ethan's family, all the families, all the friends, everything. After the book that came out, which no, I have not read yet, hence why I'm not really talking about it, it has sparked a lot of free Bryan Kohberger arguments. They said he took the deal because if not, he was going to be put in front of the firing squad. Well, I mean, if there's no evidence, there's no evidence. No one saw the evidence. Very, very big mistake by Bill Thompson. Let me tell you why. Because this case is going to be talked about for umpteen years. decades. Decades, 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 if you know what I mean. It will be. I mean, to the point there are people that are calling it lie da ho. Woo! What to do? What to do? Well, first, what I'm going to do is I want everyone to give some internet hugs to our friend Blackwing Paranormal. She is going through some health issues, and we don't want that for anybody. Don't want our friends sick, don't want our friends in pain, but we know who's not in pain today, and that is our Wednesday camel.
Oh, guess what day it is? Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Oh, it is. And please let me know who has got their pink on. Woo! And thank you so much, Gaelic Girl. She said, happy anniversary, Brooks and Greg. Thank you so much for that super sticker. That means a lot. I've got pink toenails. I've got on a pink shirt. Woo! At this point, we should all have an entire pink wardrobe. Kat drives a pink car. KK has a pink drink. My goodness. And I'm going to go ahead and segue into this. Gaelic Girl, thank you again. Said happy anniversary, Brooks and Greg. Yep, today is Greg and my anniversary. Tomorrow, we will be celebrating the 5th year anniversary of this channel. Okay? Now, that's going to be a show you don't want to miss, but I'm going to take a minute and tell my husband happy anniversary. Happy anniversary, Gregory. I love you, even when you're being not nice. And I know you love me when I'm not being nice. You are my sun, my moon, my stars, my everything. Thank you again for that, Gaelic. That means a lot. All right, let's tell everybody hi, and then I want to explain welcome to you. What does it really mean? I know. Tomorrow is CLL's anniversary. 5 years we've all been together one way or another. You may not have been here for the first show, but we're going to go back in time. Hello, two Boston moms. Do you have your bags packed yet for Mexico? Because I'm really digging going to see all those cartel members with Dolly and the gang. All right, so let me explain something to you. When someone says thank you and you say welcome, you can actually say whale with an L, come, and they won't know the difference. Check this out. I'm using it all the time.
What's this?
Welcome.
Nobody would know the difference. It's welcome. She spits it across the floor. Everyone try it. See if anyone notices the difference. Welcome. Okay. Kimberly, ma'am, thank you for the Crime Lines and Lies memberships. What am I going to do with you? My goodness.
What's this?
Welcome.
Whale, what?
Welcome.
Welcome. I'm sorry, honey.
They're not serving
so
whale
sorry,
semen.
baby.
I've got it. Thank
I
you.
know.
I'm sorry that shit cracked me up. That shit cracked me up. Welcome. She spits it and she's like, he meant welcome. He's not really serving you welcome. But I'm going to use that often. So what is today's secret word? Anyone know?
What's today's secret word?
Ooh, interesting question. Let's go and ask Cocky.
Welcome. Yes. All right, now let's get to it. Nicey said, Brooks, I thought Summer's case, that was your wedding day. Sorry. No. Oh, True Crime Beat. Today is also Global Running Day. I will not be participating in that. Welcome. Okay? Welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. True Crime Beat. So again, we hear a lot about, we saw all the free Britney. We have a lot of Brian Koberger didn't do this. Well, there are 4 families that are furious that people are saying that he didn't do it. That's the type of jogging I do, Tina. Running my trapper. That's it. But you be the judge. We know Brian Koberger is in jail. We know he's going to be there for life unless he is, like he said before, exonerated. Welcome for that knowledge. So what we have now is people going back through Kaylee's boyfriend, Jack. I will say it was a little eyebrow raising when I saw his interrogation. Let's please look at it together. This was clipped from a guy named Connor. I better subscribe. Always subscribe. No reason not to. It's free, doesn't cost you anything. Now then, please engage, please interact, and tell me if you think this kid might have some guilty knowledge. This doesn't look like an interrogation room to me, but I don't know how they do it in Moscow, Idaho. Okay, they've got his face blurred out.
Sorry to meet you under these circumstances, man. Truly, all right? Just so you understand kind of what's going on, this is kind of how these things go. We pull everybody in that has any degree of affiliation, okay? So don't think that you're in trouble. We're trying to collect as much of this information as we can to try to get a clear picture on what's going on and figure out where to start looking, okay? So real quick, do you have a cell phone? Do you mind if I take it from you?
Yeah, that's all right.
I appreciate it. Do you need to text anybody, let them know you're okay? I don't want someone to try to call you and your phone be off.
I've had a few people try to call this. My parents are coming up from Cortland as well.
Okay, but they're aware of what's going on.
Yeah, I might want to just let them know to come straight here.
Yeah, have at it. You're more than welcome to. You can call them.
It sounds like he's been crying to me. I would be crying if I was being questioned by the police. And either way you want to cut this pair, I'm telling you, he's being questioned.
Text them whatever you want to do. address is 155 Southview.
Hey, I'm gonna give him my phone, but I just wanted to let you know that I'll be at the police station if you guys are still coming.
Okay, we were just gonna come there and be there for support or whatever.
Okay. When will you be here, just so I kind of know?
What?
When will you be here?
Right now we are almost flat ranch, so I think 20 minutes, 25 maybe.
If I talk to her.
Sure. One of the officers like.
Hold on. I know Ernie's out of jail, but is he seriously going live? Is he over on X Factor with Kevin? I'm sorry to switch subjects. He's not supposed to be on the internet for a while. I don't know what he's going to do. Good morning, Joy Callie.
Speak to you.
Hello, ma'am. Hey, my name is Corporal Payne with Moscow PD. I just kind of want to give you guys, do you know where the PD is here in town? They might have lost me. Good service up there. Oh, I think we're losing you. I'll get back.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
I think they're familiar with the area. I don't know if they know they moved spots.
Oh, so I'm sorry, I
Oh.
didn't hear that last part. It cut out.
Do you know where the new police station is?
No.
Okay, so the easiest way,
We could put it in Google Maps unless that won't work.
yeah, the easiest way, ma'am, is just stay on the highway like you're going to Lewiston. You'll kind of go through town, you'll pass A&W on your right, and then keep going down that long hill, and you can't miss it. It's a big, brand new building on the left side of the road.
Okay, thank you. We'll be there as soon as we can.
Okay.
Thank you. Bye.
No.
All right, so real quick, what's your first name? What's your middle initial? And last? What's the date of birth for you?
Okay, it's Jack Ducoeur.
Good address for you? Okay, and your phone number. Okay, I'm assuming this is, what kind of phone is this, iPhone?
Yeah.
What model do you know?
It's a 10X, I think that's what it's called.
Thanks. Just so you know, we obviously try to get these back to you as quick as we can. Okay, so it's not like you're never going to see your phone again. It may take a few days for us to process the information on it, and we'll get it back to you. Okay, so I just want to make sure I have a good documentation of who's whose, and we'll go from there. All right. So while we're on that note, I'm just going to fill in your info here.
Great question, Britt. How long after the murder was this interview? We know when the murder was. This was November 13th. So very soon after, and I agree with you, Danny Dane. No one is going to get me to plead guilty for something I didn't do. No way, no how. Not going to happen. I would rather go in front of the firing squad and go to heaven an innocent person than die in jail a liar. Okay? No way. You write it there on the paperwork. I did this to all these children, but I'm lying. I'm lying. I put my name right there. No way in hell. Go ahead. Give me the firing squad. I'll be with Jesus. What will you do? Hello, Devil Mint.
Okay, so this is just saying that you give Moscow PD consent to search your digital media. Okay, if you wouldn't mind, if you're okay with that, right there it says consent or signature. If you wouldn't mind signing right there. And just so you know, everything's recorded. This little camera right here is rocking and rolling. So, all right. Sorry, I'm not iPhone guys are taking it. Can you hold it down to turn it on? All right.
Just click that right side button there.
All right, so they're asking for his phone. He's signing something saying they can get his digitals. They really don't need his signature, but it obviously is easier. And we are getting rained on. Kimberly Mann, thank you for the CLL memberships. Gaelic Girl, thank you for the CLL memberships. Welcome to the family.
No, I turn it off. I totally run out of battery.
I think you hold both of these.
Ah, there you go. Perfect. Thank you. Just write your name on the top there for me if you wouldn't mind. All right. So
now, according to Christy and Steve Goncalves, Jack and Kaylee were not seeing eye to eye, not really getting along. I remember an interview when Christy Goncalves said it was mainly because Kaylee was being a brat. Okay. And she said she knew at some point those two were going to be married. And you can definitely hear it in his voice, whether you know him or not. He's definitely struggling in this interview, this questioning. And if anybody needs a refresher on the case I'm talking about, we have a playlist. Please feel free to plug it in.
appreciate that. I know it's a weird thing to give up your phone to somebody, but I appreciate you helping us out. All right. Before we get into kind of timeline for last night and stuff, what do you have? I'm assuming you have social media.
Yeah.
What accounts do you have?
All of them. He has all the above. That's the reason it's going to be silent for so long. He's got all of them. He's got the Facebook. He's got the TikToker. He's got the Twitter. He's got the Snapchat. He's got all these different college apps. He's got them all. Two Boston moms. Very good question. She said, did something else happen? How come we are going over Jack's interview? I am very glad that you asked that question. It is because there are so many channels out there that are back to re-dissecting this case, saying that Brian Kohberger didn't do it. You also have four families, Xana, Ethan, Kaylee, and Maddie's families that aren't happy about it. They aren't. Some were okay with the plea agreement. They're like, yeah, that's fine. We never have to hear from that fool ever again. Never have to see his face. Never have to go to an appeal. Some said, no, I want all the evidence out there because I don't want people to question us for the rest of our lives if Brian did this or not. His mom has spoken out, Brian's. His sister. There's a book out. And all the families are asking for is to just respect the evidence, even though it's never going to be out there. Look, I don't know. I really don't. I figure if someone pleads guilty and they sign that paperwork and they say, yeah, go ahead, put me behind bars forever. Hannibal Lecter me. I don't care. Just don't kill me. Then they must have done something really freaking bad. Because no way would I plead guilty to something I didn't do. No way.
Okay. So you got your address. So starting yesterday, midday, wherever you want to start. Did you go to the football game?
No, I was working.
Oh, you're working. Okay, where are you working? What time did your shift end?
It's from like 2 to 10. I got out of there probably.
10 p.m. I'm assuming. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what did you do after you got off shift?
I went home. Or I dropped off some food at my friend who's working at the corner club. And then I went home and met up with my friends, and then we went to the corner club as a group.
Okay, hindsight is not 2020. Hindsight is an actual bitch. Because he saw Kaylee at the corner club. You know, he's a single dad of a dog now. He's raising their dog, Murphy. Britt said, quite frankly, we don't know who did it. And it's such a crazy case. It's always going to be discussed that one person could do this. And two people could be left in the home unharmed and didn't hear anything. It's just going to be talked about for a long time. It's just going to be.
What time did you guys get to the club?
Probably close to 11.
Okay.
Two Boston moms said Brian did it. Yeah. He flat out told him he did. He went into great detail in his confession when he pled guilty. And they said, we are not going to go further with this. We're going to take the death penalty away, and you're just going to go away forever, and you'll get no appeals, you go nothing. If he would have just continued with the not guilty, he would have gotten appeal after appeal after appeal after appeal, especially with the death penalty, which is why some states are like, yeah, we'll take the death penalty away, because then we just know we don't have to really mess with them. They'll just die in there someday. Natural causes, cancer, something like that. Something cleaner than what we plan to do. If he had just kept the not guilty, for those people that are fans of Brian, okay, I personally am not. I think he's a nasty bastard. I think he had been planning this for a very long time. Had he stuck with not guilty, he would have had plenty of time to appeal his conviction had he gotten one.
What, anything kind of talking through the rest of your evening there? You guys just hang out, or?
Yeah, we hung out there, and then I actually did run into Kaylee at the corner club. Said hi to her, talked to her for probably a minute or so. And then eventually, I don't know if she left before or after me, but I left. I came back home, pretty much just went to bed, and then I woke up and I saw a bunch of commotion down the street. And I walked out there just to see what was going on, and I kind of heard some things. But I later looked on my phone and found like 6 missed calls from Kaylee, and 3 from Maddie as well.
All right, so Kaylee was calling him. Maddie was calling him. It's always been suggested that that was just, girlfriend games. Like, I'm going to keep calling you till you answer, and if not, my girlfriend will. I don't really think it had anything to do with wanting Jack to come save the day.
Sorry to interrupt you, man. So you guys, what time did you leave the Ducoeur club?
Probably about 1. I don't really know that. I wasn't paying attention at the time.
No, that's right. You went straight home after that. You guys stopped to get grub truck, anything like that?
No, straight home. Our sober driver was actually stopped by one of the officers.
Oh, really? Okay. Who's your?
Well, actually, we didn't get in that car because it was too full, but I came in contact with them because I was trying to get a ride.
Gotcha. Okay. So how did you end up getting home?
Just another buddy came and picked us up.
Okay. Who is that? Do you mind me asking?
He's,
Isn't it?
I think you have, yeah.
How do you spell his last name? And you just went straight home, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then about what time did you go to sleep? Do you remember?
Probably about a half hour after that, after I got home at 1-ish.
So.
Okay, so now he's given us a time, 1-ish. I'm big about timelines. They really explain crimes better than some people think they do. I know you guys are smarter than that. Okay, so 6 calls from Kaylee could be come hang out with us. Then Maddie's calling. I think this was a come hang out with us thing. We know that the bartender, Adam, Maddie was telling him all kinds of things about Jack and Kaylee. And I believe he also got a phone call. Had Jack gone over there, I'm telling you right now, he would be dead. However, some people say Jack did go over there and Brian is taking the rap. I don't think I can buy that one. No.
1:30-ish, fair to say.
That's my best guess.
Okay. And then what time did you actually wake up?
Like 11:30.
11:30. And then did you have roommates at all? Mm-hmm. Were they there?
Yeah.
Okay.
2 of them were home when I walked out of my room, but I don't know who else was there.
Okay. Who are your roommates?
There's 4 of them.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
And then let's see. That's all. And me, yeah.
So you said you woke up 11:30 and saw a commotion. What can you kind of describe that to me?
My roommate's window. And
Danny said, I never knew Brian and Jack were so close. God, I don't think they knew each other at all. I think the only way Brian knew anything about the house on King Road, Xana, or Maddie is because he ate at the vegan restaurant where he would have that specialized pizza when he would go in. Don't think he couldn't. He's a creeper, man. He is a creeper. He is an incel effing creeper. And I think he started scoping out the place. That's what I think. Some people say, no, there's not enough evidence. Well, he pled guilty. Okay? If someone accused me of that, I'd probably laugh. I'd be like, what? Oh, yeah, right. Sure I did.
bedroom can just see like down the street, and he just like mentioned it, and I got up and looked, and I saw it was up by Kaylee's house, and so I walked out there.
Was it like people or cop cars or?
Yeah, I mean, there's like 3 cop cars and some EMTs and stuff.
Okay. And so that was about 11:30.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember what time you said you went back and checked your phone? Do you kind of remember what you said that missed calls from Kaylee? Do you remember what time those came in by chance?
Yeah, they were like between 2:40 and 3. I think the last one was like 2:57. One of them was also a FaceTime.
How many of them were there?
I think there was 6 from Kaylee and 3 from Maddie. And I don't, like, Maddie, I've known her forever, but she wouldn't just call me unless they needed something. So that was weird to me.
Okay. You said the last one was like 0247, you said something like that?
57, 257.
No text messages from either one?
Actually, I don't know how she got my vape, but she texted me at like 2:45 and she said, "Hey, I have your vape. You can come get it from my house." Okay. I didn't see that till the morning.
Okay. Makes all the sense in the world now. Okay. So we know, Kaylee's still burning a flame for Jack. Okay. She's calling him. He's getting a text saying, "Hey, I have your vape. Come get it." Maddie is trying to call him. Someone's trying to get his attention. I don't think for a second it's because they were being currently murdered. No, I do not think so. Because when you're in that type of fear, you would hit 911. Don't you think? Where did 2 Boston moms go?
And that was Kaylee?
Yeah.
Okay. So I know you said you were sleeping, obviously, most of the night, but at any point, did anybody mention hearing, seeing anything out of the ordinary?
No, not that I heard.
Nothing, huh? Okay. Did you hear or see anything out of the ordinary?
No, not until the morning.
Yeah, not until you saw the cop cars and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you noticed anybody around, like in your group of friends, or even just in the neighborhood, that you're like, that guy's kind of, or gal is kind of off looking? Anybody stick out like that to you in the last months school started?
I don't get it either, 2 Boston moms. And let me tell you, I can tell you some crazy stories over the years of what people have done for these people that are accused, convicted, in jail, on death row for these people. Chris Watts and Scott Peterson, they take the cake, man. All their letters, their emails. I mean, hell, look what Lisa K. Ruitz does for Shelby Shell. She said it's the Christian thing to do. They get married in jail and shit like the Menendez brothers. They brought back conjugal visits in California. I'm like, you must be kidding me. Do your conjugal in the shower with your soap buddy. Don't be bringing innocent people into it.
One day there's this like old minivan that was just like kind of backing up and like up our street and back down. It just looked weird. I took a picture of it on my phone.
Okay.
Just never thought of anything of it, and that was probably a month or 2 ago.
You said it was just backing down the street?
I mean, I live on like that dead end, so you like pulled up and then like backed down and then was just sitting there forever. I might just be stereotyping. But
No, you're good. It's the kind of stuff we need to know for sure. What color was it? Do you remember?
I think it was like a dark gold.
Dark gold.
But it was like peeling paint and stuff.
Not about a month ago.
Yeah, I could find the date on my phone.
It's nothing else. No weird people walking around in the shadows and anything like that going on.
No,
Okay. Do you have any idea who would do something like this?
I have no idea.
Okay.
But Kaylee has called me and stuff, like if she's walking home and she thinks I'm like just watching her follower, she'll just call me and just to have someone on the phone.
Yeah.
So that was kind of my theory of what the missed calls are from. But I still don't know what happened at all.
How often did she do that?
I mean, a couple times a year, but it's
Okay.
just like
Not
she
super
was
common.
feeling sketched out. Yeah.
Did she ever mention that she?
Let me give you my opinion on this questioning. It doesn't seem invasive at all. It seems like they're doing a dig. No child of mine would ever be in a room with a police officer without an attorney. At this point, Jack is the prime suspect. True story. All the missed calls. He saw Kaylee at the corner club. He has been called many times. He doesn't really want to talk about the 17-minute call and stuff like that. I can just tell you, never get questioned without an attorney. Just don't. Not because the cops are there to set you up. I'm not saying that at all. They're trying to get information. Just have someone there to help you navigate through what they're asking, how they're asking it. And when they ask the same question 5 times in a row a different way, there's a reason for that.
Thought someone specifically was following her, or was it more like I just getting creeped out?
Yeah, just going creeped out.
Okay. Is there anything? Are you in a frat at all?
I'm part of one. Yeah.
Which house? Has there been any kind of weird conflicts with people in the Greek system? Anybody outside the Greek system? I mean, anything you can think of that might point us in the direction of who we'd be looking for. Any rivalries, any boyfriend-girlfriend drama that's gotten out of hand, anything like that?
No, not really. Everything's been pretty normal.
Okay.
I was going to mention, I'm sure this is something that they could tell you too, but there's a lot of people just coming in and out of their house all the time. Just because, they're well-liked people, and I think more people knew the code to their door than they should have.
That was one of my original theories before we heard about Brian Koberger. Since we knew that everyone knew the code, or a lot of people, I can't say everyone, knew the code to get in, and they would just busy themselves in, get a silo cup, get something to drink, hang out, play some video games, that type of stuff. So I assumed it was someone that they personally knew. In the beginning, I even said, this could be a woman. People thought I was crazy. And obviously I was, because Brian is the one in jail, Koberger, for doing this. If you remember Jodi Arias, Travis is much bigger than her. Much bigger than her. And she stabbed him like a Christmas ham. Okay? And it's raining. And it's raining. Angel P, what are you doing? If you want a spanking from me, go ahead and donate to the channel. I don't go gently, though.
But yeah, no specific conflicts or anything like that.
Were they pretty good about locking their other doors?
I believe so. Yeah, I don't know. I know there's a sliding glass door in the back. I don't know if they keep that locked all the time. I also own a dog with Kaylee, and I don't know where he is.
Okay. Was he with Kaylee or at the house?
Yeah.
What kind of dog is it?
He's a mini golden doodle.
And he was there that last night?
Two Boston moms said she massacred that poor man. Oh, she did. Woo. Okay, so we have another case where someone used their weapon of choice was a knife. Old girl didn't have a K-bar that she bought from Amazon. She used just your regular kitchen cutlery, okay? And the holdup in the investigation was, how can one person do this? How can they? And no way a woman could do this. We have a little different bone structure, you know? We can't exactly do pull-ups, if you know what I mean. I'm not talking about the diapers. I'm talking about the exercise. We're not really good with push-ups. Some of you might be. I'm saying me personally. And there was a big holdup in the investigation till they realized, yeah, she went crazy, and she did that. So Brian, who in my opinion is crazy too, and I believe he was obsessed with Maddie. That's the reason he was always hanging around that restaurant. That's the reason he knew exactly where to go, because she had the big M. Had the big M in the window, all sparkly and lit up. I think he had a crush on Maddie. That has created some complications in this case between the families, because they, well, I'll say one family. One family wanted it to be about their child and not little old Maddie. You know what I mean? And thank you so much, Big T, for the 5 Crime Lines and Lies memberships. What am I going to do with you? I don't know. You tell me. Who do you think Brian's target was? He wasn't there to steal. He wasn't there to deliver drugs. He wasn't there to squat and move in. Who was his main target? I'm going to say it's Maddie.
As far as I know, yeah. I heard that someone saw like a shadow when they took Murphy. I don't know who it was, but took Murphy to go pee outside before they went to bed.
Okay.
That's just what I heard from one of the girls who was there.
Who said that to you? Did she describe it at all, or did she just say she saw? Like, what did she actually tell you? Do you remember?
I just overheard a conversation with someone else where she said that I don't know if it was Kaylee or her, but because I wasn't even part of the conversation, but she said there was a shadow and they grabbed Murphy and went inside and locked the door. And I never thought of anything about it.
Dog named Murphy, you said?
Yeah.
Well, Christy and Steve were in CrimeCon in Las Vegas, and they talked to Scott Reich, and he did an interview with them out in the lobby at Caesar's Palace, either before or after Jonathan Lee Riches got kicked out. That was something else. And anyway, they said that her face was disfigured. That's a lot of rage.
Do you know where he is or something? Has
No idea, man. I really don't. We'll keep an eye out for him. We can let everybody know to watch out for him, okay? Is he chipped at all, you know? You just put like one
He's not, no.
Okay. Is he like a medium size, like?
Yeah.
He's
About like 40 pounds.
Okay. So he said, and again, you're not in trouble. I just got to make sure I ask all the questions.
She's supposed to be moving to Texas for a job.
And Kaylee popped in that weekend to show Maddie her new car. Maddie's still in school. Maddie's not moving to Texas. Maddie doesn't have a job. And so she went to show Maddie her new car.
Was there ever anybody that like hit on her at the bars or was texting her a lot or anything like that would be seem kind of out of the ordinary to you?
I mean, I could think of one.
Okay. Who is it?
What's his name?
How do you spell his last name, you know?
I don't think he was like that just to Kaylee. I think he's just that kind of guy.
He's just real flirtatious.
Yeah.
Okay. Would he like text her, call her, like?
I saw his Snapchat on her phone.
Okay, gotcha.
A few times.
All right, so this part right here has really got the internet stirred up because he said she wasn't like dressed to kill. She's just very flirtatious. So we have some play on words that are going on that some people are digging way too much in. They seem to forget that Brian Koberger is in jail for the rest of his life with no appeals for killing Maddie, Xana, Ethan, and Kaylee. So this interview was done very quickly after. Again, if I was his parents, I'd be like, no, don't talk to anybody. We have to get you an attorney. Because, you know, you saw her at the corner club. You have been dating her. You all have a dog together. This isn't going to bode out well for you.
She would show me.
What kind of stuff was he saying?
Just, hey, I'm just trying to get her to talk.
Oh, okay.
She's not.
Trying to initiate conversation.
Yeah.
Did anyone in that group of friends, did anybody ever tell you anything about stalking anyone aside from obviously Kaylee saying she, you know, like would call you on occasion when she's watching home? Anything you can think of where someone might have told you, hey, like this dude or this person, you know, won't stop talking to me or looks at me funny in the comments or whatever. Anything like that you can think of?
No.
Okay. Do you know who you have anyone in mind you think would have done this?
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Last night you said you saw Kaylee at the corner club, right? Okay. Did she seem normal? Was she?
Yeah. She just came up to me and I said, "What's up?" And I don't even really remember we had like a 30-second conversation.
Okay. Did it seem normal? Did it seem off? Did it?
Yeah, everything seemed very normal. Okay. We usually do run into each other on weekends.
Okay. So you said you weren't sure if she left before or after you did?
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Okay. Was it packed in there last night? Was it?
I had to stop letting people in.
Really? You need to make that place bigger. Anybody at the corner club that you saw? Odd?
No, I just saw her with her friends like the whole time I was there at least.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't think I have any further questions for you right now. Okay. just like I've been telling the girls the same thing. This kind of thing affects everybody different. Okay. So you may be kind of just, apathetic about it for a while. It may hit you all of a sudden. It's going to hit you sooner or later. Okay. It just may be different than other people. All right. So just understand that the campus has a lot of resources for you guys. Okay. We have a lot of resources. We have a chaplain. I mean, we can put you in touch with counselors, but do me a favor amongst your friend group. Don't let anybody not work through this. Okay. If you see somebody starting to, yourself included, if you start internalizing it and not wanting to deal with it, or see somebody doing things in an unhealthy way, if you can't get a hold of anybody else, call us. Okay. Even if you can't get a hold of anybody else, we're always here. Okay. Everybody in this building knows what happened. We're all more than happy to help you guys. Okay. The campus officers are fantastic dudes. Captain Barrett's a fantastic guy. If you guys need anything, and I truly mean this, please call us. Okay. The last thing we want to do is have something as terrible as this get worse because folks don't have the tools they need to work their way through it. Okay. It's not going to be easy. I won't lie to you, but we're here to help you guys. Okay. Okay. You have any further questions for me, man?
I would just like to get my dog.
Okay. I'll make sure everybody's tracking that we're looking for your dog, and so we'll get a hold of you. Okay. Right away.
I don't think he's lost. I think because one of the officers on the scene asked, "Is that your dog upstairs?" So I think someone has him.
Okay.
Or he's still up there. I don't know.
Okay. I'll check for you. Okay. And like I said, I don't know. I haven't been to the scene, so I don't know, but I'll ask around and see if I can get an answer for you. Okay. If I get an answer for you, we'll find a way to get in touch with you. What's your mom's number? Gotcha. What about dad?
Yeah, I want his mom and dad's number too.
Okay. The only other thing I ask of you is obviously we got to make sure we get in touch with people's parents and make notifications the proper way. So if you guys could all refrain from, I know I have your phone, but obviously you can log on other people's. Please help us keep this quiet on social media until we can make sure folks are notified the proper way. Okay. They likely already have been or are in the works of being notified, but the last thing we want to do is have somebody find out on Facebook. You know what I mean? So, and then I guess that wasn't the last thing. The next thing I'll ask of you is, so the way traumatic events sort of cement themselves in your head, sometimes it'll take a while for the initial shock to kind of wear off. And then you may think of something. It may be something little. It may be something like, oh, yeah, I saw this dude at the corner club who just kind of.
Dude, you don't know. Dude, you don't know. Never downplay someone's grief. I get the whole don't internalize it and please talk to someone. We have a lot of resources here. We have this, we have this, we have that. They certainly never bring up, go to church. I've given up on that one because I get my ass handed to me every time on that one. But please don't sit there and say, I know what you're going through. No, your girlfriend has never been stabbed. Campus resource officer. Her roommate, and her roommate. Let's dominate this algorithm and let's hit that like.
It didn't sit right. You know what I'm saying? If something like that happens, get a hold of us. Okay. It may be nothing. We may look into it, like, no, there's nothing there. But it may be something that we really need to know. Okay. And we don't know it unless you guys bring it back to us. All right. So please let everybody else know the same thing. If they think of anything at all, please just let us know. Okay. It could be something as weird as a vehicle that they haven't seen in the area before. Somebody they saw walking by more than one time, or, just something like that. Let them know that we need to know those things. Okay.
Okay. When you said vehicle, it just reminded me that Kaylee has a borrowed vehicle from a dealership right now. I figured there's probably confusion of whose car that was. Okay. She just bought a car and it broke the next day, so they went to her car while they fixed it.
You know what dealer?
I'm not sure. It's in Spokane.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions?
No.
All right, man. Well, I appreciate you talking to me. All right. Like I said, we'll get your phone back to you as quick as we can.
He said probably a couple days.
Yeah. Probably so. All right. And yeah, we'll let you know as soon as we have something for you. But like I said, if you guys think anything or if you need any help, don't hesitate to reach out. Okay. We're here to make sure you guys are as taken care of as you can be. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay.
Oh my. Okay. So I think we can see how this is going. He is not using past tense at all. However, Brian Koberger, first question in Pennsylvania was, has anyone else been charged? Anyone else? Why would he ask that? And then, of course, we had to hear the whole exonerated statement. So now I'm going to flip over to my friend, Jules of All Trades. And I'm going to go to timestamp 1542. Give me a second.
Kind of just right after I told him I'm the ex-boyfriend and the owner of the dog that's in there. And I was like emotional at the time, and I was being a little angry just because I wanted to know what was going on. I don't know why he did it. I wasn't really even thinking about that. My mind was just racing.
So when we first were talking, you said that you had 3 or 4 names. When I asked you, who do you think would be capable of this or might have done this? And you said, well, I have 3 or 4 names. And we got to, was there somebody besides the 2 of them? The Uber driver.
And the 4th one was, who I know. He had just, in the video, spoken with, had a conversation with him. The audio doesn't really pick up what it was or anything, but I wasn't really saying that guy as a suspect. I was just saying him as he might know something.
Do you know who the heavyset guy was that's on the video?
I don't know who he is, no.
Do you know who the guy with the long hair and the funky shirt is on the video?
That's
Really?
Actually identified him, identified him to me. He has long hair in the video. I don't know him. I don't even know if I've ever seen him, so I don't know.
This was issued.
And they keep beeping things out, so I don't know who they're talking about. I really don't. Let's go to 3215. And then we'll go back.
Like 360? Anybody use that?
As far as I know, no. I used to have his location, but when we broke up.
iPhones? Everybody uses iPhones?
Yeah.
No Androids?
I don't think so, no.
How about any illegal drug use? Anybody in the house use illegal drugs, to include marijuana?
I do think, I know Kaylee didn't smoke, neither did Maddie. I'm not saying they have never, but I think Xana would smoke on occasion. I don't know about Ethan. And as far as I'm concerned, I don't know of any of them taking any hard drugs or anything past marijuana or Adderall, maybe.
So you think Xana smoked marijuana occasionally?
Yeah, when I was living over the summer, I spent a lot of time at this house, because that's just where Kaylee and my dog were.
Where did Xana get her marijuana from?
I'm not sure. there's a dispensary. Like,
If there's no dealer she dealt with.
I'm sure it was bought from someone older.
All right, we're hearing about Adderall, alcohol, who smokes, who does that. We already heard from the dude at the vape shop. Boy, that was a mess and a half. One person is in jail that pled guilty. So someone needs to explain to me why someone would plead guilty. And don't tell me because he wanted to save himself from the firing squad. That's nuts. He'd have like 10 appeals to make them continue to investigate his case. Why would you plead guilty to a crime? I know it's happened before. And this is a conversation. So I'm going to be specific. Why would Brian Koberger plead guilty to a crime? Did he do this for infamy, for the book he was writing? Let's take a second and remember the victims. They're more important. So sad.
Legally.
Okay. Did you see drug paraphernalia in the house? Pipes or anything like that? Bongs?
I've never seen anything like that. Anytime Xana would smoke over the summer, it's just like a joint.
Okay. Anybody from your house where you live have any connection with any of these people?
My house? Or
Yeah, where you live. Any of the rest of any of your roommates have any reason to be over there at their house?
No. Kaylee obviously made friends with my roommates through me and dating me, but none of them would ever even go over there for a party, really. Just opposite friend groups. Even when Kaylee and I were dating and their house had a party, I wouldn't go just because, like, it's just a completely different friend group than
what he's used to, for real. Two Boston Moms has a question. I'm going to say, did Brian Koberger know Kopacka? It's likely. Oh, Wicked Witch of the Midwest said they were in the ROTC program together in Pennsylvania. My goodness.
even Kaylee's roommates last year, I would go hang out with them, but all these ones are.
So are most of the guys that show up at this house, are they mostly or is it even
Probably
mostly one fraternity?
Close to even. Little to no will ever go over there.
Any drug use among your people at the house you live, your guys?
Marijuana, but
yeah, it's definitely redacted. And I know some people get really upset when these things are asked. Well, there could be a problem with someone owing someone money. So they do have to ask about habits, if you will. Okay? Jack has already said him and Kaylee broke up. He wants his dog. He saw her at the corner club. Everybody is diddling in something. Okay? Everybody. They got the Adderall. They've got the alcohol. They've got the smokes. They got the vapes. They've got it all. Does not equal getting killed. I'm sorry, it doesn't. Okay, let's go to 1328. Geez, is it raining outside again? I'm never going to get in the pool.
Let me go back to when you went down there, down the street. Why did the police officer put you in the back of the patrol car for 45 minutes?
I don't know. I think.
Was that optional on your part, or were you being detained?
I wasn't in cuffs or anything, but he put me back there and he closed it. I didn't try to open the door and get out or anything, but he came and checked on me a few times, and then after probably a half hour, I was in shorts and since it was cold out. After a half hour, he came and opened it, and then he.
Mr. Belgic, you've done a lot of work on this case. There's the StreamYard link. You're more than welcome to come up, or anybody else that wants to come up.
He said, "Hey man, you can come out here if you want to stay warm in here. You can." And I was cold, so I stayed in there. And he pulled the door shut, but didn't latch it. So if I wanted to get out, I could.
Did he tell you why he was putting you in the back of his car?
Not really. It was kind of just right after I told him I'm the ex-boyfriend and the owner of the dog that's in there. And I was emotional at the time, and I was being a little angry just because I wanted to know what was going on. I don't know why he did it. I wasn't really even thinking about that. My mind was just racing.
So when we first were talking, you said that you had 3 or 4 names. When I asked you who do you think would be capable of this or might have done this, and you said, well, I have 3 or 4 names, and we got to, was there somebody besides the 2 of them? The Uber driver.
And the 4th one was, who I know, he had just, in the video, spoken with, had a conversation with him. The audio doesn't really pick up what it was or anything, but.
Okay, I just put a new poll up, and so please take it. I really want to know what you guys think.
But I wasn't really saying that guy as a suspect. I was just saying him as he might know something.
Do you know who the heavyset guy was that's on the video?
I don't know who he is, no.
Do you know who the guy with the long hair and the funky shirt is on the video?
That's
really?
Actually identified him identified him to me.
All right, we've already heard this. Let's go to 442.
Okay, let's talk about. Do you know why he seemed to be with the 2 of them at the grub truck on the video?
It seems as though they walked Uber together from Corner Club. But I don't know. I mentioned it, but I think Maddie was somewhat friends with him. And last I knew, Kaylee probably didn't even know him. But I mean, I know she made a lot of friends after we broke up.
So after they get their food, as we talked about before, and as we've all seen in the video, they walk away, and the guy he's standing next to sort of gestures to him and says they're walking away, and he lifts his arm up like, "Where are you going?" And then he takes off after him. And then you see him in the video. It looks like he kind of gestures with his left arm the direction they went. Like, I don't know what, he makes some sort of gesture. I don't know whether he said something to him or not. And then it looks to me in the video, he sort of goes this way down the street, and they sort of left the frame to the left. So do you have any insights into any of that at this point?
Yeah, as far as I know, they left the camera's view, got into an Uber car, and then he took off as if he was going to go back to campus on foot. That's how I see it. Because I know where a Grove truck normally parks, and they're always on the same side of the street, so I know.
Nicey Marie said, I still think BK had help planning, but not doing the crime. In my opinion only. Last message deleted because of typo. Happens all the time. We can still plug around the consonants, if you know what I mean. Big chatter in the world of ether that is saying they believe his dad helped him. When he went and he got him from Washington and drove all the way back to Pennsylvania, that knife has never been found. Never been found. I'm just going to go ahead and say it's somewhere on 75 coming out of Colorado, since they took such a goofy pass to get to Pennsylvania.
That corner that he turned around after leaving.
Do you think that she knew where they lived? Do you think that would have been common enough knowledge because of parties and everything else and Delts coming and going?
It's very likely. She also told me that he lives close by. I don't know.
The Showalter lives close by.
Yeah. I don't know which direction or location.
Is Jay in a fraternity?
He was a, but he graduated last year.
And so the contact you've been having with him, this is him getting. How are you talking to him? Is it on the phone or is it messaging or what?
A few texts, but I've called him the last 2 days.
What's he think?
Hey, we're going to go to Grub Truck, and I could see him saying, I'll come with you. I just walked out with him.
Yeah.
I still would like to know if the clubs, the Corner Clubs video shows them leaving together, because I know that she was there. And they show up on camera at the Grove Truck together, so I'm making those assumptions that they left the club and arrived at Grove Truck together.
I apologize if I've already asked you this, but did you know before all this? I mean, if you had seen him, would you like, oh, that's his name, and he's a...
No. I would recognize his face for sure, but I wouldn't have been able to put a name on it. Maybe his first name.
So,
Come on.
Looks like he's or something. He's also a...
Yeah.
Do you think that was at the Corner Club with, or do you have any knowledge about that at all?
I never saw them together.
Oh, I'm interrupting the very, very, very important content my husband just got in. And so everyone, please tell him happy anniversary. I love you, Gregory.
I don't remember seeing at the club at all. So I'm not sure. I don't even know if they're friends.
Okay, so riddle me this, because you guys are 10 times smarter than me. And I know we have some people in here saying that Brian Koberger didn't do this. The familial DNA that the FBI got from his trash can, his parents' trash can in Pennsylvania, matched the sheath that he bought from Amazon. What are the odds in that? They're like, well, it's just touch DNA on the sheath. Okay. Well, the sheath was by Maddie. We don't know where the knife is. No idea. I'm going to say it's somewhere in the Rocky Mountains. Okay. So how can all these things be pointed towards Brian Koberger and people say there's no way he did it? I'll give you a loan. I'll give that to you. That's a very good theory. I have said for years in the Delphi case, no way did Richard Allen do this alone. Now, obviously, they're not going to dig up Ron Logan and put him on trial. I think they're using Keegan Klein for a totally different reason, and that probably has to do with his CP Dropbox. But all the arrows point to 4 bodies with his DNA, and they said, but it's only touch DNA. Then how the fuck did his touch DNA get in their house? There was DNA all over the damn house. Hell, you probably had 50 silo cups sitting there with DNA all over them. The only DNA that worked out was his. He did order that knife from Amazon. He did go to TJ Maxx and get that ninja outfit. Turkey Creek gal, ooh, you go with your bad self. There's no proof the sheath with Brian's and his touch DNA wasn't on the sheath. It says it in the legal documents. I did not hear that. I did not hear that. So I'm just kind of wondering, since you just said that, because I didn't read that in the legal documents. I read quite the opposite. So you're going to have to educate me, please. That they had DNA from a sheath. And once they realized this Brian Koberger, because they did the geo tracking. Can you send that to me, please, Turkey Creek gal? They knew he was going home for Christmas. They had already put something out about his car, and people were looking for that car. Yes, please send that to me. I just want to make sure it's an official document. not something from freaking Facebook. Someone sent me something from Facebook yesterday about made my head spin. I'm like, that's not a legal document. Especially when I found out it came from fucking Crime Circus. What's next? You going to send me something from Prayer Garden? No, thank you. No, thank you. They got the trash. When they went to, I'll say arrest him, he was putting trash in baggies. Okay. Now, don't get me wrong. This is how they also got the Long Island killer. Gigolo Beach killer, you know? And they did it off a pizza crust. No one's screaming he didn't do it. So I really, someone send me that.
Well, they're in the same fraternity. They gotta be.
Yeah, I'm sure they're at least mutually friends, but I don't know if they hang out.
Have you had any contact with, or since that night?
Yeah.
Have they talked about whether he was there? Or?
I saw, because Kaylee's got access to Kaylee's phone records the day after it happened, and it showed that angry just because I wanted to know what was going on. I don't know why he did it. I wasn't really even thinking about that. My mind was just racing.
You're exactly right. I misspoke. They did get his dad's DNA and they put it through their lab, I believe in Quantico, and realized that who they were looking for was definitely part of the family. So if we have no DNA, we have no witness to a crime, all we have is him being in the area at the time and going back the next day. Why did he plead guilty? Please think about that. And there's tons of stuff being FOIA'd in this case. I mean, tons of stuff. It'll make you go cross-eyed looking at it. I want to know why he would plead guilty. If you're Bennett, not in it, then why would you plead guilty? Unless it's one of his exoneration fantasies that he will just get hung up for something he didn't do and then say, exonerate me. Not only did he plead guilty, he agreed to no appeals. He can't do anything about this.
So when we first were talking, you said that you had 3 or 4 names. When I asked you who do you think would be capable of this or might have done this, and you said, well, I have 3 or 4 names, and we got to, was there somebody besides the 2 of them? The Uber driver.
And the 4th one was who I know. He had just, in the video, spoken with, had a conversation with him. The audio doesn't really pick up what it was or anything, but I wasn't really saying that guy as a suspect. I was just saying him as he might know something.
Do you know who the heavyset guy was that's on the video?
I don't know who he is, no.
Do you know who the guy with the long hair and the funky shirt is on the video?
That's
really?
Actually identified him. Oops. identified him to me.
Okay, thank you for bringing that up, Boston. And again, are your bags packed? And is it okay if we go to a nude beach when we go to Mexico to confront the cartel about Nancy Guthrie? I do shave under my armpits, but I like a even tan. That's what I'm reading right now too, that the DNA that was provided to the public was the button on the sheath. There was actually way more DNA in the house, and once confronted with it, he pled guilty by the advice of his attorney, who, in my opinion, is a badass attorney.
He has long hair in the video. I don't know him. I don't even know if I've ever seen him, so I don't know.
This was issued about a year ago. Does that seem like the same guy to you?
It could be. I know in the video he has facial hair.
Like long hair. Like
yeah.
Ponytail, long hair in back. That's fast growing hair. That's him. Do you recognize this guy?
Is that?
I'm asking you if you recognize him.
It kind of looks like the profile picture, but if it's not him, then no.
Okay. Anybody, do you or any of your roommates or anybody peripherally connected to this have military service?
Dear Lord, no. Two Boston moms, I was going to tell you, my secret signal when I need to go pee and I need a friend to go with me to hold the door, or, when girls go to the bathroom together, nothing sexual. No one get excited. When I grab my purse, stand up, and scratch my ass, that means we retreat to the bathroom. Did everyone get that? Purse, scratch ass. Purse, scratch ass. And then we'll go to the bathroom together. Okay?
I heard that was in like the Army service of some sort. But other than that, none of my roommates.
Anybody in ROTC?
There's an ROTC his freshman year, but he stopped and now he's a senior. I don't know if anyone else.
Okay. Going back to the bar, do you remember anything more significant that happened at the corner club while you were there? Either between you and Kaylee, or between you and somebody else, or between somebody else and the girls? I mean, anything else happened there that you can think of we haven't talked about?
No, I mean, it was a pretty normal night. I was kind of somewhat located with my friends on one side of the bar. She was kind of with her friends on the other. Yeah, nothing out of the blue.
Where's your dog?
I have him now.
You have the dog.
Yeah.
Why do you think? Do you have any insight on why? Why? How do I ask this without leaving
That was a theory in the beginning. Wicked Witch of the Midwest. I wondered, was it Xana's? If you're being brutally attacked, you'd reach out and grab anything. Not that Ethan would hurt her. Yeah, send it to me, Turkey Creek. No, I don't. That was a very popular theory that this was some sort of M/S, you know, Erder/Usicide. You know, YouTube has very tender feelings, and they don't like when I say the actual words. Obviously, we know that didn't happen. No one in the house stabbed themselves.
Too much.
Why don't you describe what you know about? How's that? And how do you know it?
Of them weren't afraid to hang out with a guy or have a guy come hang out at their house. But I, in all honesty, believe Kaylee and trust when Kaylee has told me, even months after we've broken up, that she hasn't had any sexual contact or anything like that. And Mighty did have a boyfriend. I know she has.
Your boyfriend's right?
Yeah.
Am I hearing this right? What is he saying? What is he saying? Okay. I need another pot of coffee.
And they never did. Or they rebuffed a guy. Like, we're trying to figure out, like, would there be a scenario where there's a guy out there in the winds who, like, hooked up with him, come back, and the guy
came home with him.
Came home with him, like.
I know neither of them weren't afraid to hang out with a guy or have a guy come hang out at their house.
Okay, so who's he talking about? This sounds like some randos hooking up. And we're all listening together. So, okay.
But I, in all honesty, believe Kaylee and trust when Kaylee has told me, even months after we've broken up, that she hasn't had any sexual contact or anything like that. And Mighty did have a boyfriend. I know she has.
Your boyfriend's right?
Yeah.
So the two girls are coming home from the bar, both having.
Okay, so he's talking about Maddie not having issues with dudes coming over. And she had been seeing a few people. Now, I thought she was going to marry that Jake guy. That's what I always assumed. But remember, I'm the last one to the punch bowl.
Been at least somewhat inebriated. In the realm of possibility of 0 being it would never happen and 100% that's totally normal, would a guy have come home with them, or would they have invited a guy over at that time of night after coming home from the bar?
I doubt it at that time of night.
If they were to invite a guy over, either one of them, who do you think that would be?
Okay, when you're hot as a $2 pistol and you text a dude and you call the dude 6 times and then your friend's calling him, they're going to run right the fuck over. Okay? They're going to run over to play Wet Willie. They will do it. So this whole not at that time of night. Not at that time of night. I don't think he understands that if, let's say, I'll just make a name up because I don't want to disparage the dead. Let's say Susie Q is meeting up with people and they've been coming to the house at all hours of the day and night, especially the night. That's called a booty call. You, poor Jack, didn't answer the 6 ones from Kaylee and the 4 ones from Maddie. And it's a good thing you didn't, because you would be dead too. My mouth to God's ears. You would be dead too, Jack.
Probably, I don't know which two you're asking between, but
I'm just saying if there's a guy out there that we haven't heard of yet that these girls might have met at the bar or known that they would invite in, like either came home with them or knocked on the door and they let him in. We're trying to figure out how the guy got in the house. He either had the code, the door was unlocked, or they let him in. So this is the they let him in question. Who would that be, do you think?
I've been trying to think of that the last 2 days, and I just don't know. I was kind of in touch with Kaylee, but not what her life was involved with outside of her and I.
But you're not aware of Maddie having any relationships beyond her boyfriend?
No guys hanging around Maddie regularly.
She would hang out with guys, but like
somebody
there wasn't
over
like
the house.
someone that she continuously was seeing.
Well, as of now, June 3rd, 2026 at 10:42 a.m., we know the guys that were coming by didn't kill them. That there was tons of DNA in the house, from the food to the cabinets to the blood. There was a lot. There was a lot going on. Laura said, Finn stepped on Two Boston Moms. I can remove it. Was Two Boston Moms black? No. Was she blocked? Hold on. If she's blocked, I would have to go to YouTube Studio. Two Boston Moms, are you still in here? Uli's kitty cat Finn, I think deleted you. Oh, this is a hoot. I don't know. I guess we'll figure it out. So if you guys are up for a second show, we can do one on next topic with CLL. I think we're going to talk some more about CrimCon and the crazy stuff that Trisha Griffin pulled in there. And if you guys are busy, we can do it tomorrow. Well, thank you so much for being here. This case is never going to go away. People are not done talking about Ed Gein. They're not done talking about Ted Bundy. They're not done talking about BTK. There's a ton of cases that are still talked about and probably always will be. This fits in that category. I feel horrible. Okay, I can see Two Boston Moms. Okay, so Finn, you're not a moderator, okay, kitty cat? If you need a list of people that I would like for you to block, that would be more helpful than the lady taking me to Mexico. Okay, Finn? We can see you. Well, I tell you what, these kitty cats don't stop. All right. Well, I will see you guys back on next topic with CLL in about an hour and 15 minutes. If you need anything from me between then, well, you know how to message me, email me, text me. Hell, some of you know my address. All right. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here for the truth. Love ya.